time for the Straight Up Wrestling Show.
What's up, everybody? It's HBT with Straight Up Wrestling Show, man. I am here live, guys. I'm supposed to be here with Eric Thunder here in just a moment. I'm having trouble with my system here. So, man, I don't know exactly how everything's going to go down for a minute. So give me just a moment so I can get everything straightened out. But, yeah, I'm waiting for Darren's my guest. He's here. So let me go ahead and add him to the stage. Let's see. Gonna say what's going on, Eric Thunder. He's there with his lovely assistant, his manager, Skylar Breeze. What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
All right. Barely hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me good?
Oh, I hear you fine.
Okay. I hear you good now. But yeah, my iPad went out right as I was coming on, so I had to switch on over here to my phone for a minute there instead of doing it on my computer, which I was going to do it on my computer, but I decided to do it on the phone. But, wow. So Eric Thunder, man, has some big news coming up. He has a big showdown in March. This man has been working a good bit here lately. So I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with the things that you have been doing, Eric. And could you tell me a little bit about the show that you have coming up in Abbeville, South Carolina with CMW Wrestling?
Well, first of all, Carolina Main Event Wrestling, to my understanding, is making its debut in Abbeville, South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Abbeville, South Carolina, for years was known as a huge wrestling town. Now,
Yeah.
don't get that phrase mistaken. It's not a huge town by no means.
No.
But they cater to the old school style of wrestling.
Right. Yeah.
So come March, when I make my debut in Abbeville, South Carolina for CMW, well, this weekend is just a taste of the storm that I'm bringing.
Oh, wow. I'm sure, man, they will be shocked and surprised at the action that you bring. I mean, because you bring a hardcore. There's no ins and buts about it. And you have a old school style that I can appreciate. I mean, when I see you wrestle, I see a little bit of Big Van Vader in there. I see a little bit of Big Bossman in there. I like it, man. I like the things that you do. And I think the fans in Abbeville, South Carolina will be very impressed with what's going to be going down in Abbeville, South Carolina in March. What is that date? Let everybody know the date of that show.
Let me pull that up right quick, because as I was told by the owner of CMW that I had put a little promo out on the workers page, and he proceeded to tell me I got the date wrong. So let me just pull that up right quick. And, we do not want to spread any, what's that called, fake news.
Right.
So let's see here. Looks like CMW presents Next Level, the Ultimate Showdown, at the Abbeville Community Center on March 28th, 2026. Admission is $5. Ages 10 and up are free. The doors will open at 6 and the show will start at 7.
Hey, man, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. And who will you be facing that day, Eric? Is it set in stone?
No, it's not. And I'll get to that in a minute. But hey, while we're talking about this show, let's just look at the reality here on this card. You've got the CMW heavyweight champion, Cat Daddy, who's about as big as round as my pinky. You've got, who's that guy right there? They call him Rushy. I faced this guy so many times at SWA that when he found out he had to face me, he wanted to tuck his tail between his legs and run.
Okay.
Then you got this, I guess he's now the Warriors champion, old Mayhem McQueen. He ain't causing too much mayhem from what I can see.
Not the type of mayhem that you bring. Let's just put it that way. I will say that.
And then you've got Octavius himself. Now, me and Octavius, we have went to war. We have beat each other black and blue. We beat each other up one side of the barn, down the other.
one of the greatest matches I saw was you against Octavius Conway against One Man Army up in down in Eastern Ollie, Georgia. That the first show that CMW put on, and that was a great match. And I mean, you guys went at it, no holds barred. First match, and had the whole crowd in it the whole time, and it set the stage for the entire night. And I mean, that was an incredible match. And if you guys want to see an incredible match, go into the CMW archives and look up that match, One Man Army versus Eric Thunder. That was an incredible matchup. The best I ever seen, One Man Army. But man, I mean, that was just you two guys. Y'all blazed it up, and I mean, maybe later on down the road that you guys will hook up again, because that was just incredible to watch.
Well, the thing that I've got to say is I see that no matter every little thing that I pulled, and yeah, I'll admit it, I pulled some trickery on One Man Armory, but no matter what, he thinks he won over me. Let me tell you right now, One Man Army, you may have won the battle, but you ain't won the war. Because, see, what I done is I just softened you up a little bit for Cat Daddy to retain his title. And then once he does, you fall to the back of the line, and I'll take my righteous steps at the top of the throne when I personally run Cat Daddy out of CMW.
Oh, wow. Wow. And you know, I mean, Cat Daddy is kind of on the slim side, but one thing I will say about Cat Daddy, I mean, he's a fighting champion. He's been around for a long time. But yeah, Eric, I would love to see you hook up with Cat Daddy. I mean, you are right now, you are the CMW Carolinas champion. And man, I mean, you're very worthy of that.
Hey, if you're going to say it, you're going to say it the right way. I am currently the reigning and defending with a total of 243 days as the CMW Carolinas champion.
All right. Okay. 243 days. The CMW, the current reigning, the defending Carolinas CMW champion, Eric Thunder, been defending that belt he done held down onto that belt for 243 days. And I know you have defended it in other areas too, defended it in other regions, let's say other
had
indies.
7 title defenses, and I've retained it all 7 times.
Man, that's outstanding. That is outstanding. And man,
so come March 28th, since you asked me about March 28th, Harry, I will go ahead and put it out right now. Come March 28th, when I step in to the Abbeville Community Center, there's not a man on the roster that can stand toe-to-toe with me. So I will be more than happy to issue an open challenge for my CMW Carolinas title.
Wow. Man, there's some guys I'm pretty sure out there ready to step up for that. And I'm pretty sure that goes to anybody out here in the Carolinas that's not even really on the card or whatever. If you want to get a shot at that title, hey, call up the people that's in charge of CMW. Call up Octavius Conway. Even call up Eric Thunder if you want a shot at that title. But anybody want a shot at that beautiful championship, go ahead and give a call. Give a call to the people at CMW and see if you can get a shot at it. Because Eric, I mean, I know he's serious, and I know Eric will defend that thing. And Eric's all heart when he's in that ring, man. He's all brawn, and he's a brute. He's a brute force, and he brings that thunder, man. But hey, he's all heart. I mean, he's not gonna go out against anybody in a fight. I've seen him in there against some of the best. And hey, Billy Starr, I've seen him a few different times against Billy Starr, and Billy Starr is the best. Brings it all out.
You know what, Harry? Why? Considering you mentioned him, I want to get something clear right now.
Sure.
Back in October, on a Universal Championship Wrestling show, I faced Billy Starr right here in my hometown of Anderson, South Carolina. Right. Now, a lot of people wanted to look down on me because Billy Starr got hurt in that match.
Right.
and they wanted to look down on me because I continued the match. Well, that was at the request of Billy. But let's take a trip back in history. Remember the match, Harry, when it was Scott Steiner versus Sid Vicious?
Right, I remember. Yes.
What was Sid Vicious doing? He was going up on the top rope to come off with a big boot, and he broke his ankle.
Yes, he did.
Scott Steiner continued that match. Not only did he continue the match, but he also had Jeff Jarrett involved in that match, and he also brought in Road Warrior Animal. And what did they do? They beat Sid Vicious down.
Yes, they did. Yes.
Did they get criticism for continuing the match?
No, they didn't. I mean, that's
but at the end of the day, if you want some, come get some. Because I'm not the one to mess with it.
Yeah, you keep going to the end, you know, and it's just like boxing, man. It's you know, hey, defend. I mean, hey, you got to defend yourself at all times. You got to keep going because you never know when that man's going to come back and, you know, hey, probably knock your head off if you turn your back or you think the thing is over and it's not over. So yeah, you did the right thing. You did the right thing.
See, and that's one thing that I know about Billy Stark because me and Billy has been up and down the road for the past 25 years through different companies.
Right.
It ain't the first time that I faced Billy. And I will tell you, more times than none, I turned my back on Billy and I paid for it. But not this time.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me grab a few comments here. Sorry, guys. I mean, like I say, I'm on my phone, so I'm not on my computer, so it's kind of hard to grab comments. I can't do it on my phone. All right, Marquis McQueen, I see is in the house. Scott Green is checking this thing out. Marquis McQueen says, laugh out loud, you funny. Still got it. Got to go through me. And I'm telling you before, yeah, you could have had me, maybe, but now definitely not. And Brian Gonal's arm, my man Brian Bullet. Brian Bullet said he won't be long.
I
thought that history died a long time ago.
I thought we checked all them boxes with Brian Gunnels at APW years ago.
Next, we dealt with that.
Well, I'm pretty sure Brian Bullet wants a shot at that title. Because
we done checked that book a long time ago. Next.
Yeah, I know, but hey, you know how wrestling is, Skylar. I mean, and you too, Eric. I mean, you can take somebody down, but that dog, if that dog still has some bark in him, he's gonna come back up and bite.
I promise you'll be behind like everybody else. So you want to go, you go. I mean, come on. I mean,
so, Mr. Bullet. Are you answering the open challenge right now here on the Straight Up Wrestling Show?
Wow. Yeah, I'm pretty okay. Yeah, we'll get to his answer. I'm pretty sure here soon. All right, Mayhem McQueen says still had mine longer than you. Mayhem McQueen, what are you talking about? You ain't had that title longer than Eric.
That tells you, Harry, that he's got something up here that ain't clicking. Because if my knowledge is retained the right, it shows me that Mayhem, we both won our belts on the same night.
Yeah. I remember that. All right, Mayhem McQueen said, me too.
Lay off the pipe, Mayhem.
I can little arm McGee. All right, Mr. Gonal says, Mr. Brian Bullet says, that's what you think, big dog. And then Mayhem McQueen said, I collect belts for fun, my boy. Brian Bullet said, no, never know the real deal might show up. All right, Mayhem McQueen, there's a lot of stuff here. Matter of fact, I need my interview as soon as possible so I can run him down. Brian Bullet said, tell him to shut up. Scott Green said, hey, brother, what's going on, Scott? Brian Bullet said, I'm not done. And Brian Bullet said, hell yeah. So, he said, hell yeah, that he wants that challenge. So,
Come on.
All right. Well, hey, I think that'll be set. Hey, Brian, just all you got to do is show up at the building, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be on. Straight up. Let's see. Mayhem said, yeah, you might. I'm not clicking right and still had my belt before you just 45 minutes earlier. God.
But see, here's the difference. Here's the difference, Harry, between me and Mayhem McQueen. I have defended this belt 7 times.
Right.
He hasn't defended it once.
Yeah, that's true. He haven't. I don't think he's defended the belt
This
yet.
show is going to be at the Abbeville Community Center in Abbeville, South Carolina.
What's going on, Missy Childers? How you doing? Good to see you. What's up, Jimmy Posey? My man is in the building. Says hello, Harry and Eric. All right. So in Abbeville, South Carolina. And what's the date again on the show?
March 28th.
All right. So I think Shaggy Stone will be the next one that we're interviewing. But right now we're rocking with Eric Thunder, guys. And Eric, Eric will be at this show. And Eric is one of the mainstays on the card. Basically, I will go ahead and give it to him. He is probably the best on the card. I mean, he's incredible. I think he's incredible. And I think he deserves more recognition. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and downplay it. I'm going to tell you the truth from what I see, from what I've seen from him, and all the experience that I have as far as watching wrestling all the way back, and what I've seen on the indie scene. He's one of the best. He's one of the elite. And man, hey, it's going to take a lot to take him down, and it's going to take a lot to stop him from ascending to the top of CMW Wrestling to take that title. So, man, hey, I say everybody that's ahead of him, and I'm just looking at Cat Daddy because I know that's the throne that he wants. That's the title that he wants. Hey, watch out for Eric Thunder because he's coming.
See, Harry, what you don't understand is we want to talk history.
Okay.
I've got history with Cat Daddy. I've got history with Brian Bullitt. All from the lovely days of American Pro Wrestling.
Right.
So when it comes down to it, I took the W then. I'm gonna take it again.
So you never lost the Cat Daddy?
No.
Okay.
And the only time I think I lost to Brian Bullitt was in a tag team match.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I think that'll be a brutal matchup. I think that'll be a great fight because Brian's a fighter. He's a fighter. So, man, I would love to see you two hook up, rather it be at CMW, rather it be SWA, or the upcoming show, one of the upcoming Straight Up Wrestling shows that I plan on doing. I would love to see you two, man, battle this thing out. And, hey, may the best man win. And, hey, I'm not going to sell neither one of you short because both of you go at it and you have similar styles. You really do. And I'm talking about a brawling style. I'm talking about an old school mentality. And you guys fight to the end, man. I love that. So, yeah, it will be a battle. It definitely will be a battle. And it's going to be something for you guys to be able to do without doing it actually in a tag team. You guys will be able to do it one-on-one. And I love to have that, man. Love to see that 100%. But
see, I guess I'm at the point in my career. I guess I'm at the point in my career, Harry, where it's now this revolving door of old relationships that I'm finding myself in.
Right.
Just a few weeks ago, I faced one of my arch nemesis from 20 years ago, Scotty Wren, right inside the Anderson in the Anderson Mall. Wow. Now, yes, he got the best of me on UCW's Christmas Clash for Kids. But now we got Brian Bullitt's answering my open challenge. Is that going to be another story that we're going to put an end to? Man, that's going to be something. Yeah. Brian, like I say, Brian is going to come, and man, I think he wants you just as bad as you might want him, Eric. So, man, see, that's the difference, Harry. He needs me. He needs me to stay relevant. I don't need him.
Okay, man. Well, let's see, Brian. If you're still there, I want you to go ahead.
I say that because if you see this nice little hat that's right here,
right,
this was made and designed by Lids right here in the Anderson Mall. Brian Bullitt, you got anything like that? Are you getting your name out there like that? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Harry, these hats are up for pre-sale. They'll be $25 a piece if I get enough orders to bring them down to that. So anybody that wants one, you hit me up and I'll take I'll take a number. Once I get to a right number, then I'll get them ordered and I'll get them sent out to the people.
Well, Eric, send me a picture of that. Send me a good, clear picture of that, and I'll advertise it on Straight Up Wrestling Show. Okay, and probably advertise it on a few of our shows that me and Chris, when we come on and do a couple of the shows, either Raw, SmackDown or whatever. I advertised it for a while for you. All right. Let's see. Mayhem McQueen says, yes, I have. Mayhem McQueen against Logan. All right. And says an APW Underground. Yeah, you have. Yeah, you was on APW Underground, man. Wow. That's some crazy stuff. I'm not even say anything about that right now, but yeah, I mean, y'all doing some wild stuff there. All right, let's see. Yeah, Brian says, shine it up good before then, cause I don't want to bring it home dirty. Wow. Let's see. And Jeanette Nilo Ruth said he's amazing. And
yeah,
all right.
That's Jenny Lowe Rouse. She's a good friend of ours from up in Fayetteville, North Carolina here.
Okay, Jenny Lowe Rouse. Okay, all right, Jenny Lowe.
Yeah.
Sorry to get your name wrong. I was used to be real good at that stuff, but wasn't on that one. But yeah, so Jenny Lowe Rouse, yeah, he is amazing. I mean, I will give Eric that. Hey, I'm not gonna, like I say, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna give him all the praise that he deserves because, like I say, he's one of the best I've seen here on the indie scene. And Chris and I, we've been to 24 different promotions in the Carolinas and Georgia and Florida. We went to one in Florida. But yeah, out of the 24 different territories, I put this man right here in the top, in the top 15 of guys that I've seen out here wrestling. And I mean, maybe in the top 10. I just really have to sit back and evaluate. But he's definitely one of the most hardcore. He's definitely in the top 5, top 6 most hardcore guys I've seen out here on the indie scene. And anybody that's coming out to the show, anybody comes out to the show will definitely appreciate what Eric Thunder brings to the ring. He's like a boxer that's not going to back up. Of course, he's going to do some things, maybe to get out of the way, not take as much punishment, but he's going to deliver just as hard as he gets. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that.
And you're exactly right here. I'm not backing down.
No doubt.
If anything, I'll be the first to step forward.
Okay.
Because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of watching these locker rooms pop for themselves instead of the work being put in for the crowd to do the work for them.
Right.
So if I've got to beat somebody senseless for that crowd to do what they're supposed to, then it sucks to be you.
I understand that. And Mayhem McQueen said, I'll jack a hat and wipe my tail with it because that's exactly what you are. Poop. Oh, wow. All right. And Jenna Lowe says, I will always support him. 100%. Yes. Well, man, Mayhem, I tell you what, Mayhem, I don't know who you wrestling on that day, but you need to go ahead and take care of your business. And then maybe a little bit later on, I mean, you can start, you can come in and see what you can do against the big man, Eric Thunder. And I know, and hey, I know there's a lot of fight in that, a lot of fight in you, Mayhem. But man, I just don't know. I mean, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I remember when you used to do the boogie thing. You was into the Mayhem McQueen, pretty much dancing and doing your thing. And I did like that version of Mayhem McQueen. But if you're gonna fight this man here, I mean, you better come explosive. You better come with everything you got, man. You better be bringing some fish. You better be bringing some elbows. You better be bringing some kicks. And man, you better bring a little bit of power. You better be low to the ground, because this man right here, he's got the power to take anybody on. And I mean, and you're not nowhere near his size. So wow. That's crazy.
So I guess my question to you, Harry, we
Sure.
doing PG-13 here, or are we just gonna cut it raw and dry?
It's basically PG-13, man. But you can cut it raw and dry, but you don't get too bad. Don't get too bad. So just hey, just watch.
I'll say it like this: to Brian Bullitt and to Mayhem McQueen, you want to step to me, you better make sure your balls have dropped first.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, we can roll with that. We can roll with that, man. Well, hey, the challenge is out there, guys. and I'm pretty sure that goes for anybody else that's in that locker room at CMW, SWA, or anywhere else in the Carolinas, man, here in upstate South Carolina, in Western North Carolina, wherever is it.
Considering that's why I put down in the chat for any of your normal people to follow me. I will post show updates. If they send me a friend request, I'll get them over to my athletes page. That's where I've been trying to put my show updates. Unfortunately, I've had to step away from SWA. It's because their show dates don't line up with my days off from work.
Right.
Which is unfortunate, but it is how it is. But I am active on the roster for Universal Championship Wrestling. We have a show coming up February 14th back in the Anderson Mall for Super Brawl. And then as far as I know right now, the March 28th in Abbeville for Next Level.
Okay. Good. All right, Patrick Martin says Eric Thunder is the new legend killer, about ended Billy Starr. Man, yeah, and I tell you what, Billy Starr is no joke. He's but yeah, I've seen Eric. I mean, Eric goes at him hard, man. Eric don't hold back, and I like that. I definitely like that. But yeah, it's
Well, Patrick, let's be real. Patrick, let's be real. It was either me about to end Billy, or Billy was going to end me.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, Billy, he's nonstop, and Billy is not going to want anything but your best. I mean, he's just like Eric said. Billy wanted that thing to continue. That's Billy. That's Billy, and he's always been like that. And he's been wrestling longer than I'm not gonna say longer than I've been a fan, but he was wrestling back when I was a teenager, and believe me, that was a long time ago. So, man, I used to watch him back when I was like 13, 14 years old, back in the Mid-Atlantic Championship days, and that's over 40 years. So that's been a long time.
Billy had a hand in my training when I was 14 years old too. So,
oh wow!
All I can say is if nobody likes what happened to Billy, part of that creation is through Billy.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, because Billy gonna train you. Billy's gonna, man, he's not gonna tell you to take it lightly on anybody, because Billy has always fought that same way. Always. If you know Billy from 25 years ago when we was wrestling for the IWA Flash Fire under Johnny Love, that crazy son of a gun took a power bomb off of I think it was a 12-foot scaffold. Oh gosh! Wow.
So, we all think that should have ended his career, but it didn't. It just made him a lot crazier.
That is wild. All right, Mr. Brian Bullet says, let me tell you something, Jack. I've been in the ring with some hard hitters. I'm not scared. Yes, that's true. Brian has, man. Brian, I've seen Brian in some matchups with some of the toughest people in the business. So, yeah, he definitely not scared. But hey,
yeah, Octavius, I put out the open challenge, and without missing a beat, Brian Bullet accepted it. So, I guess, Mr. Owner, make it happen so I can put an end to Brian Bullet once and for all.
Oh, gosh. Wow. Man, like I said, that's something I look forward to seeing whenever it happens, wherever it happens. I look forward to seeing that matchup straight up. Man. All right, hold on just a second. I'm still here, so go ahead and
hey, all that's fun and games, of course, if we make it through this supposed apocalypse that we're fixing to have of an ice storm, which I see from your camera view there. You got enough rations, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's in my bedroom, man. I still got a whole bunch of stuff. I got a bunch of stuff, Eric. But yeah, you got to get ready.
We need to eat. We go to Harry's house.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, come on, because I got a lot of stuff, man. And hey, if that storm hit like last time, the hurricane, I had a bunch of stuff loaded up then and couldn't get rid of it. Lost a good bit, but man, yeah. So yeah, I'm ready. Definitely ready. Just like this man right here. And I'm telling you, Eric is always ready. man, he's ready to go, and he's ready to go early all the time.
What is that, Ryan?
Oh, different thing, catcher. Whatever.
Good.
Hey, we done told you got to get off that McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. While Harry's trying to get his stuff straightened out, anybody down in the chat got questions for me? What is your thoughts on this old Brian Bullock wanting to answer my open challenge?
I mean, I don't know why. I mean, we buried that hatchet a long time ago. Or I thought we did anyway. But I guess not.
I think Harry's having to reset, y'all. I'm still here for a Straight Up Wrestling show. Give him just a few minutes, and he should be back up. He's probably having to reset his internet and everything.
You use those words on yourself there, buddy. You better hope you're ready.
Hey, that would be kind of cool. The whole world get an ESPN notification the minute that I defeat Brian Bullock.
He's just going to go be at the back of the next. He's going to be at the back of the thing. Like everybody else in this path that decides to come in and think they can take this belt and go with it. I'd like to see y'all do it.
And Brian, let's be real.
Yet.
Let's be real, Brian. We've been down this road many times before. Have you ever seen me have to get ready? Alma, I'm doing fantastic. Just preparing for this winter storm that we're supposed to be getting. And I started my wrestling career 25 years ago. I was trained by Billy Starr, Tommy Sawyer, Merciless Don Matthews, Ron Jordan, James Boulevard. And there's probably a few others in there that I'm forgetting. And, of course, my dad, the original Golden Eagle, he had a hand in my training. But what started me training, what started me in the wrestling business, period, was, I grew up in a house that my dad loved watching WCW. But I was more toward the WWF stuff. And the only way I got to watch that was going to my uncle's house because he ordered every pay-per-view. Of course, until my dad found out. But then one day my dad met Johnny Love with IWA Flash Fire. He got back in the ring. And when he was training one day after they were all said and done, 14-year-old me climbs up on the top rope, cuts a swanton. The guy looks at my dad and says he's ready to start training.
All right.
Hey,
you hear me now, can you hear?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, man. Chris called, and I'm on his phone, and anytime it crashed the phone when he called me, I'm like, I'm gonna do an interview with Eric. He was like, "Oh man," So when he hung up, everything crashed.
Chris was at work.
He just got off, man. Just got off. So, oh man, sorry about that, but hey, I appreciate you holding it down, man. You stayed here and everything, so I definitely appreciate that. I see Brian Bullock said he stayed ready. I see Alma Clark is in the building. Appreciate you coming in, Alma. But yeah, man. So and I see Octavius came in and was talking there too. But man, yeah, I definitely appreciate you talking about that. And what is the actual date of the show, and what time does it start, Eric?
It is going to be March 28th at the Abbeville Community Center. Looks like the doors will open at 6 p.m. and we will get the show on the road at 7.
All right. So, hey, you hear from Brian Bullitt. Not Brian Bullitt. Sorry about that. I'm looking at Brian's name. Sorry. But you hear from Eric. Eric's letting you know. And, hey, everything be set up. You better believe everything be ready to go. And you got some great people that's going to be on this show, man. You have, like I say, one of the most hardcore guys I ever seen, and Eric Thunder. He's going to bring the Thunder. You have Nick Fury that's going to be on the show. You have Deion Johnson going to be on the show. You got Chief Jay Eagle. Of course, you're going to have Mayhem McQueen. You're going to have One Man Army on the show. Hopefully, Brian Bullitt. If I hope to see him there. I would love to see him take up this challenge. You'll see Cat Daddy on the show. You'll see Shaggy Stone on the show. And you'll see a few. You see a few more. You see some of the females. Alicia Love will be on the show. And a couple.
And you know
of
what?
ones.
And Harry, I don't know if these guys have got a tag team name or not. I don't know if these guys have got a tag team name or not. But let's talk for a second about the CMW Tag Team Champions.
Okay.
I don't know if the name's ever been used before. But if these guys need a tag team name, considering their lineage and their background, we just going to call them the Southern Saviors. Scott Green and Seth Stevens.
I like that. Okay.
Who
Not
are they
bad.
going to face? Who is worthy enough to face them for those CMW tag titles?
Wow. Yeah. That's gonna be very interesting. And man, and Seth Stevens have really come up. He's really come up in the business, and he's really making a name for himself. And man, I enjoy watching the young man. And hey, Scott Green, he made his mark down in SMW. So he made his mark down in Georgia, down in East Denali, Georgia. So yeah, that's going to be very interesting. And yeah, Southern Saviors, I like that. I definitely like that. So man, that might be something they might want to look into and hang on to. So good name there, Eric.
And
But
Harry,
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen a post. Is it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. One of the places that I used to wrestle at down in Royston, Georgia, they had one of their longtime security guards pass away.
Oh, okay, yeah. We went to the show to honor him, I think.
Yeah. So definitely our thoughts and prayers are out with the family. I may be a hard head most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I may be a hard head most of the time. I may be the meanest SOB, but one thing that I will tell you, no matter what, family is strong.
Amen.
And when you got a family that's fixing to visit the graveside, it's not a great place to be. I've been there twice, 2 times in 6 months.
Oh wow. And yeah, one thing about Eric, Eric goes on
prayers and heart goes out to the family.
Yes,
and
amen.
cause he that man absolutely adored me anytime he saw me.
Mm-hmm.
He would go out of his way to come up and shake my hand and talk to me. So he's going to be one that is missed.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, all prayers out to his whole family, and all his loved ones, hey, and that's people like Eric, Skylar, and all of us in the wrestling community that knew him and everything like that. Definitely all prayers out to everybody, man, all his loved ones, straight up. Yeah, definitely going to be missed. But yeah, that's one thing I will say about Eric. Eric might be, he might be mean inside of the ring and take care of business, but he's all heart when it boils down to it. When it comes to people that's around him, you can see the love, you can feel the love from him, and that's a good thing. But hey, like I said, when it comes to stepping in that ring, the man's got to do what he has to do and what he's supposed to do. And so I appreciate him taking care of that business when he have to take care of that business, and he has to play his role. It's not playing a role; it's just being who he is, and he goes in there and he shows you who he is with his actions. And hey, continue to do your thing, Mr. Eric Thunder.
And the thing about this business is you got so many people, Harry, that talk about what's your character going to be? What is your character story?
Right.
My character don't have a story, but it's just me.
Yes. Yep.
So at the end of the day, if you don't like me, good for you.
Yeah.
If you do like me, good for you.
Yeah. And I tell you what, I've liked you since first time I saw you. When me and Chris first saw you, we was like, who is that? You know, so if you can make us say that, because I'm telling you, man, we've seen so many, but you can make us say that, we looked at each other and said, man, who the heck is that up in that ring? And so, I mean, we was very impressed, and that was, a few years back, I think. So, we definitely took to you right away, man, and talked about you after the show. What's going on, Jackie? Jackie is in the building. Good to see you, my man. But yes, when we leave and drive, when we leave and drive up the road, leaving out of Eastern Ollie, and we still talking about you, because I tell you, we don't talk about a lot of wrestlers when we do that. Then you have something special, and we talked about you each time we saw you when we first started seeing you down in Eastern Ollie a few years back. We went up the road. We talked about the Eric Thunder.
The first time you saw me, you saw the Perfect Storm Eric Thunder at 6'4", 340 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you see me, you're looking at the Perfect Storm 6'4", 320 pounds.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So that just means I'm getting a little bit faster, and I'm getting a little bit meaner.
A little bit meaner. Hey, and you know what? Power comes with speed. But you already got power, and you're adding a little bit more speed there. You're gonna be harder to deal with. So that's a great thing, man. That is a great thing. All right, my man Patrick Martin says, where is the WWE or AEW contract for Eric Thunder? I wish those people was down here, because I mean, you have people like Eric Thunder, and you got some more that I would love to see. You know, it's not many. Like I say, it's not many. I will put like probably 6 or 7 people out of all the Carolinas, the whole Carolinas and Georgia that I've seen that I can say, hey, deserves I'm gonna go ahead and go at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and say a WWE contract, or deserve to be in that mix of wrestlers. Just put it that way. And Eric's one of them. Eric has the size and the determination.
You know, let me put it like this, Harry. And I appreciate that sentiment from Patrick too. But the reality is, I recently, probably 6 months ago, listened to a podcast from a NASCAR driver.
Mm-hmm.
And the question was asked to him, do you miss being in NASCAR? And he said, honestly, no. He said, because the minute I got signed to a cup team in NASCAR, he said it became all business. He said, it's go here and do this interview, go do that interview, go do this sponsorship, go do that sponsorship. He said, so I lost time having fun. I lost time with my family. He said, now that I'm back in this Cars tour that I own, he said, I have fun. I can race when I want. I don't have to do all the media coverages. I don't have to talk to the news reporters if I don't want to. He said,
yeah, it's not always about where you at. I mean, you know, hey, it ain't always about how much money you make, or, you know, how big a promotion or how big a company is. It's where you're happiest, and, you know, and it's where your heart is, and what you want to do, and what you want to do to have fun. Because you go somewhere bigger, you go somewhere AEW, WWE, they're going to control you. They're basically going to control you. They're going to control your character and everything like that. And hey, some people just don't want to give that up, you know. And hey, I don't blame you. Don't blame you at all, Eric. You still there, man? Look like you're frozen. Okay, all right. Look like we lost Eric, man, and hopefully, I think he's probably still here. Let me see if I can get him back on here. Guys, give me just a moment. I'm going to turn this thing around here for just a minute. But maybe I can get him back on. But let me see if he's still in here. Okay, look like I lost him, man. Look like I lost him. And hopefully I'm still on here. But let me see if I can bring him back on here. Okay, Brian, my man Brian Gunnels, Brian Bullet said he will control him. All right, let me see. Let me see something here. If he's still here, I'll get him back on. Hopefully, but maybe he's not on here. But man, hey, the interview was about over anyway. But yeah, I appreciate Eric Thunder coming on. But yeah, I know one thing. I will say this, man. Listen, that's probably one of the best matchups. That is one of the top 5 main event matchups in the Carolinas. But would be between Eric Thunder and Brian Gunnels, Brian Bullet. Those two guys, man, both hardcore, and I mean they both hit hard and fight to the end. All right, let me bring Thunder back in. All right, Eric. So Eric will be coming back in just a moment here. All right, Eric.
Okay, sorry about that. My laptop.
That's okay.
What I was saying, and we'll have to. I can't because my computer's dead. What I was saying is, he said all that. So with that being said, I look at it like this: while it would be great to have an AEW, a TNA, a WWE contract,
right?
I don't know if I really want it now because it's all because of all that business. Not saying that I couldn't handle the load, but I like where I'm at. I'm having fun.
Oh yes, that's what it's about. When you're having fun, man, you can't beat that. Especially, I mean, you're doing something that you love, and you're having fun at it. You can't beat that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, continue doing what you're doing, man.
I mean, the reality is, yes, even on the independent circuit, you still have a portion of that business that you handle. You may be the one selected to say, hey, we need to go hang up these flyers, or we need to go get these sponsors.
Right.
So you may get tasked with those things. But if you learn how to have fun while you're doing it, it's not like it's a job. That's
exactly right. Exactly right. And one thing about being on the indie scene, especially if you're really good, I mean, you really and a lot of guys. And then one thing I do appreciate about you is like you've taken control of your career. I see a lot of guys out here on the indie scenes who haven't taken control of their career. That's very good. That will just accept anything and and I'm talking about from promoters that will pretty much lower them down in the card. Just put it that way, or take something away from them that they shouldn't be willing to give. So that's one thing that you have done, and I appreciate that. You have taken control of your career, and you say, hey, I should have this or I should have that. It's not that you're trying to put anybody else down. You know your ability, your talent, the skill that you have, and where you should be.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I mean, at the end of the day,
it's red.
If you're gonna run a character, live through your character.
That's right. That's right.
Let that character or that embodiment completely take you over.
Yeah.
And me and Brian Bullet, we know one specific guy that came through APW that done that. By the name of Amp Dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy lives his character through and through, day in and day out.
Oh yeah.
So at the end, I mean, and I find myself too. I live my character day in and day out.
And that's the way it should be.
I've even got people on my job that have called me a mean SOB. They don't call me by my government name.
Right.
Everybody knows me by Eric Thunder.
Yep. What's going on, Richard? Richard said, Eric, that's the main thing. You are having fun. I love the independent scene. That's exactly right, Richard. What's going on? What's going on, Richard? Good to see you. All right, Richard said, Harry, I got to check out Eric Thunder on YouTube. Cool. And Richard is a big time wrestling fan. Love the old school style. And man, Richard, this dude is old school. He's one of the old school guys. And the guy that's out there challenging him, Brian Bullock, is too. You'll love both of these guys. Brian said, "I'll give Eric credit. He is a good wrestler. I always like working him. Loved his dad too." All right, that's a good thing right there. Yes, yeah, giving credit where credit is due, man. And that's what we all should do in this business. If somebody's good at it, definitely go ahead and give credit where credit is due, man. Hey, we shouldn't be trying to cut each other down or stuff. But like I say, when it's in fair competition, hey, do whatever it takes to knock each other down. But in this business, man, hey, we all should be lifting each other up, because I'll tell you what, the WWE is not going to do it. AEW is not going to do it. They're all about themselves. I mean, straight up, they're about themselves. And, everybody out here on the indie scene got to keep pushing each other up, because, hey, one of these people might come calling for somebody else. And I know, like I say, money is hard to turn down. But, yeah, as far as on the indie scene, we got to keep lifting each other up so everybody else out there can see. And if somebody has that talent, somebody has that skill level, somebody has that drive and that determination, and you think they need to be seen, even if you're a wrestler, you need to go and say, hey, you need to go and check out, hey, maybe Nick Fury. You need to check out Christopher Prince. Check out Chase Emery. Check out Zuka King. Check out, Eric Thunder Anderson. Not Eric Thunder. I mean, check out Eric Thunder. Chris Thunder Anderson, who's not with us anymore. I got him on the brain now. But any of these guys that's really good, man, out here on the indie scene, we all need to push each other, even if like I say, even if they are your nemesis or whatever. If they're a good wrestler and they come into a town or whatever, and you might not be on that card, you're a wrestler, and say, hey, man, you got Don Furio on that card. He's very skilled. He's very good. You might want to go out there and see him. You have Antonio Morgan out there, big, powerful dude. You might want to go out there and see him. So, yeah, we always on this scene need to push each other.
Yeah. And speaking of what you were saying about going to a show, necessarily you may not be on that card.
Yes.
That's what happened with me 20 years ago. I went to a Universal Championship Wrestling show as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I drew some heat from Scotty Wren at 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
And 20 years later, I remember, hey, that was the company that I'm wrestling for now is the same exact company that he used to wrestle for.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the promoter and told him about it. And what did he do? He booked the match.
Wow. Yeah. See, great things happen, man. Great things happen from just, chance meetings and things like that. So, yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. But,
and
man,
no matter what, don't be afraid to call your own shot.
That's right. That's right.
Don't be afraid to have goals. I know my time for WWE and AEW is probably past, even if I did get the call. Right. But the one goal that I still hold is I want to walk through 2 different doors and work a show. Number one, I want to be able to walk through the doors of Harley Race's school and work a show in his building.
Wow.
And I want to work OVW.
That's 2 good goals. That's 2 good goals, and I don't see why you couldn't do that. What's up, Reggie Maestro? What's good? What's up with you, my man? I'm talking to Eric Thunder, one of the best indie wrestlers out here in the country. 100%. I'm not just going to say in the Carolinas. I'm going to say in the country. He's one of the best that I've seen. And I watched a lot of video, too, not just, watch these guys, here in the Carolinas and Georgia. I watched a lot of video around the country. And this guy, like I say, he's one of the best in the country as far as out here on the indie scene. But, man, yeah, I'm with you on that. And Eric, yeah, man, shoot for your goals and get out. We need to get your name out. Keep pushing your name out. And, hey, hopefully you can get the OVW. And I know you can get out there to that Harley Race school, man, and maybe get a match on there, too. That would be outstanding. Definitely outstanding. It's Harley Race, man, one of the greatest of all time. And I'm talking about if you don't put him in the top 5, man, something's wrong with you. One of the greatest of all times. And you're talking about somebody, a brawler, a true fighter, 100%. That's Harley Race. And, man, I appreciate you giving that big ups to Harley Race there.
Well, and speaking of that, Harry, a lot of people want to refer to Ric Flair as the dirtiest player in the game.
Right.
I think I want to throw I'll throw my cards in on Harley Race for that title.
Hey, I'm with you on that. Harley was pretty dirty. Harley was pretty dirty. Harley did everything he could to hold on to that title. And I mean, he held it at a time where, I mean, there was a lot of hardcore, vicious dudes out there that was trying to take it away from him. And he did whatever it took to hold on to it by any means necessary. You know, taking a quote from Malcolm X, by any means necessary. That was Harley Race. And I mean, so yeah, I'm with you on that. He don't get the credit he deserved for being as dirty as he was. He would. I mean, if the heat got too much for him, Harley would do something that, you know, he would do something underhanded that will take you down, that will weaken you to the point to where he can get you out. And he always, what he took you out with might have been illegal, but he did something illegal to get you out of there. There's no ends, ands, or buts about it. He was good. He was very good at that, especially when he was battling Dusty Rhodes, man. He would use everything necessary. I mean, he would have Terry Funk. He even had Terry Funk attack Dusty Rhodes before one of their matches and broke his arm. I sat there and watched that when I was 8 years old, just in amazement, you know, just like, wow. But, you know, and I'm like, Harley Race don't need to do that. He was so good, he didn't need to do that. But anything that was a threat, Harley was one of those guys. He knew how to pretty much slow that threat down. He knew how to, he knew how to take the fire out of your belly when you was getting roared up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It was funny.
But yeah, man, I'm about to have to get off here. I got to go eat dinner. So March 28th, Abbeville Community Center. I guess it's official. I haven't got the word from the owner of CMW yet, but we're going to go ahead and say it is. It's going to be the Carolinas champion, the Perfect Storm Eric Thunder, versus Brian Bullitt.
Man, that'd be incredible right there.
Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7. And the biggest thing that I will tell you, make sure you tell your friends, your family friends, the friends of your family, the family's friends, whatever that combination may be, that tickets are only $5.
Yeah, $5. You can't beat that. And Maestro, you're right. Maestro said, let's see, says I can see him working both Harley Race as well as OVW, no doubt about that. And Maestro, somebody was saying the Harley Race, he says Harley Race was nasty as a heel. Yes, he was, Maestro. Richard said, Harry, remember when Harley put a hit on Flair back in 83? Heck yeah. Take the damn money. Yeah, I remember that. And that's when who was that who attacked Flair? That was Dirty Dick Slater and Bob Orton Jr. And after that, Bob Orton Jr., Flair came back and got Bob Orton Jr. And Bob Orton and broke his arm, I think. And Bob Orton Jr. wore that cast from then on. So, yeah, never forget that. That was one of the greatest. That was one of the greatest stories right there in wrestling ever. So, yeah, definitely remember that, Richard. All right, well, let's see what Octavia say before we get off. Octavia says it's official. Brian Bullitt versus CMW Carolina champion Eric Thunder. Wow, that is going to be incredible, man. I'm going to push that. That's going to
come March 28th.
March 28th.
You're going to see this raised in the air by me with the announcer saying, and still Carolina's champion, Eric Thunder.
Wow, man. Look, I want to see that. And I tell you what, I want to see a good 2 out of 3 on that thing, man. I'm going to tell you that straight up. Not that night, but maybe you guys hook up another couple times later on down the road. But I want to see the best 2 out of 3 on that. I mean, that right there is probably going to come up to the level of Eric Thunder and One Man Army, or might even be better. So who knows? But appreciate everybody coming.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Go ahead.
My 2026 resolution was to hold this until 2029.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, 3 years there, man. Wow.
Because there ain't nobody better that can take this from me.
All right. Well, everybody out here heard it. And, you know, everybody in earshot of this, hey, take note of that. Take note of that. If you got a favorite wrestler out there that you think that that's worthy of coming up to try to take that title, hey, speak out to all those wrestlers. It don't matter where they at. or what, whoever else they're working for. Tell them if they got
line
the
them
guts.
up, line them up, and I'll knock them down.
If they got the guts, yeah. Eric Thunder, he's putting out an open challenge to everybody, man, everybody. So, yeah, come on up and try to take that Carolina's main event, that Carolina's championship. So, the number one Carolina's championship in the Carolinas, you asked me. So, definitely bring them on. But before you get off here, hit that like, share, join. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, ding, 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 so you know we're on like times like these. Do the same thing if you're over on Twitch. And when you see us on X, formerly known as Twitter, hit that like, share, tweet, and retweet, and follow the Straight Up Wrestling Show. I appreciate Eric Thunder coming on and the lovely Skylar. And I'll see you guys later. Stay straight up. Peace.
And y'all see this name right here? You can find the same name on Facebook. You send me a friend request, I'll get you over to my athletes page for all the show updates, any merch that's coming out, anything you need to know about upcoming shows.
All right. Have a great night, everybody.